Hi, I'm Fling, and this is my review of Crossout 1.13.4ish? Something like that. Like with previous major releases, this one has a new battle pass with some new weapons and movement options, as well as a new seasonal pack containing some very exciting new items. The entry-level items in this battle pass are the new gun mount wheels and the Corvo. I'll call it an autocannon, although it's technically a revolver. The gun mount wheels are essentially an anti-melee reflector. They will reflect back 80% of melee damage that they receive straight back to the user, which could be useful if that's something that you often struggle with. The Corvo it's a manual fire autocannon that does extra bonus damage to various parts depending on which shot you're firing. It's a bit complicated, and probably a bit too complicated for you to rely on in a fight, but by all accounts, it's pretty good. I will try to remember to link to CCJ Gaming's video where he's used them in Clan Wars, because that should give you a better idea of Corvo in a real setting. The legendary items in the Battle Pass are the new Jumbo Cannon and the Goliath Heavy Tracks. Luckily somebody's shared this on Exhibition, so I can give them a quick test drive and show you what they do. So the Jumbo is essentially a giant fire shotgun. It fires a medium long range shot that splits into different parts and heats up any bits of the enemy that it hits. Pretty good, but I'm not sure how good compared to an actual cannon. That remains to be seen. The Goliaths are very big, very heavy tracks that increase the durability of any attached parts, which could lead to some very interesting beefy builds. The really exciting part of the new release, for me at least, is the new Nanto pack, which has the new MUL 200 legs and the Clarinet tow missile launcher. The Clarinet is a TV missile. You press fire and then you can control it manually using the stick and hit a button to make it speed up. It does silly damage. Silly damage. It will one-shot smaller builds at lower power score. I've seen it myself. It will completely obliterate frames, wheels, everything. From complete safety if you want to, given that it can fly around corners. All in all, a very interesting weapon for the developers to add. The legs are, well, they're legs. They're big, massive spider legs. They resist melee damage, and they allow multi-directional movement, much like hovers and augurs, although with a lot better responsiveness. You can change direction in a split second with very little worries about momentum or anything like that. It does get a bit tripped up if you get into a fight. Surrounded by lots of people, it doesn't know where to put its feet. It falls over. But for things like cannons, missiles, autocannons, you don't want to be close to people anyway. So they are a very tough, very heavyweight movement option for people who maybe they would have used hovers before, but now they want something a bit tougher, and boy do the legs let you carry a lot of weight. Just as an example of quite how much weight they can carry, this Omnibox build, using 8 of the new legs, has 22,000 durability, which is good for a trucker build on hovers, let alone an Omnibox. Previously the best I could do was about 18k. So being able to put that much extra health onto your Omnibox rigs is pretty handy. As well as the functional additions, there's also a bunch of new cosmetics, paints, decorations, as always with Battle Pass releases. I particularly like the look of this paint, can't wait to unlock that one. and am quite excited about a new Christmas present to put on my festive builds. As well as these, they've also made a few more changes in the game itself. You can now queue PvP with 3 players if you want a really long matchmaking time, and they've got rid of the really awful 2 base highway map, which is great because the version with 1 base in the middle is much better and gets much better fights. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my quick review of the new content in Crossout Mobile, and I hope if you did like the video that you click the little thumbs up button and even the subscribe button. And I realise as I say this how cringe it is to say those things, but hey, I'm a YouTuber now, so deal. Right, I'll see you on the battlefield.